Good afternoon, everybody. Well, I just previewed tonight's NLCS game because obviously, as a Met fan, I've got vesting interest in it because the winner is where we're going to travel to on Sunday. But I want to give a preview of Monday Night Football because I will be at the game. I'll be at MetLife Stadium watching Bills Jets. Obviously, it's been a very eventful week with the firing of Robert Saleh, and I touched upon that in a previous video. I'm really thrilled that Ulbrich stripped Nathaniel Hackett of his play calling duties, and honestly, he should just not even be in the building anymore. But he's still on the staff. That's just to appease Rodgers, who's obviously Hackett is Rodgers' buddy. But um, you know, I gotta say, I heard Sauce Gardner's comments, and I think that they were very taken back by the Saleh firing. Look, Saleh's a nice guy. I would have loved to share if I ever met him. I'm sure he'd share a beer with me. Talk football and then be a nice guy. And he's a great defensive mind, but as a head coach, he just wasn't getting it done. I mean, it just like the many coaches that come in and out of Florham Park, they don't get it done. And and I think the problem's always going to be, Woody Johnson. He just, I've said it. He just every Jet fan knows he's a terrible owner. I mean, at least Leon Hess at the very end was willing to hire a big time coach in Parcells, but Woody Johnson doesn't want to spring for a high end coach, and honestly, it made sense that if you were going to fire him 5 games into the season, should have just done it in the off season and had a clean slate and gone with like a Mike Vrabel or somebody. But what do I know? But anyways, getting back to previewing the Buffalo Bills New York Jets game for Monday night. I think the Jet defense is going to come out flying. I do think they like Ulbrich. They do. Like he's respected. I think the defense is going to come out playing for him. I think Josh Allen last couple of times he started at MetLife against the Jet defense, he didn't play well. And the reason why the Jets even won last Monday night, the infamous Rodgers torn Achilles game, was because Allen threw 3 interceptions. And the Jet defense, has had his number that game. So I think for the Jets to win, I think the defense is going to have to take the ball away. I think they're going to have to figure it out, and hopefully not let Allen get comfortable running. Keep him in the pocket, and if they can do that, they got a shot. But I'm confident the defense will make plays to keep the Jets in the game. I know Allen's a great quarterback. I know he can do a lot. I know McDermott and him and the team are going to be fired up. They're going to look at this as a get right game because they don't want to lose 3 in a row, and they don't want to lose to the Jets. By the way, if the Jets win this game, they'll be 3-3, but they'll be having 2 tiebreakers over Buffalo. They'll have the head-to-head tiebreaker, and they'll have the division tiebreaker. So Buffalo knows that, and McDermott knows that. I don't know if they've ever lost 3 in a row together, him and Allen. So that alone will make it tough for those Jets to win. But I think the defense can do it. They've been doing it. I mean, it's been the goddamn offense that's been just completely laying a clunker, laying an egg, and just all time futility. Which brings me to the preview here. This is where the Jets are going to win or lose this game. And I'll say, actually, they're either going to win this game on defense or they're going to lose this game on offense. And that's been the Jets' MO for the last several years. And obviously, look where it's gotten us. We're 14 years, no playoffs. And we're just sick of watching putrid offense. And this was supposed to be the year things were different because we have Rodgers. And to be honest with you, I'm relieved Nathaniel Hackett's not calling plays. But, I mean, Todd Downing, I heard, isn't exactly inspiring a whole lot of confidence either. So he'll have something to prove. First of all, let's run the ball. The Jets cannot let Rodgers sit back there 50 times a game, throw 50 passes, because the Bills are going to tee off on him and he's not going to last. You want to protect Rodgers, you'll run the damn ball. The Buffalo's defense is vulnerable to the run up the middle. Use Braylon Allen, get Brees going, mix in the run. Don't just sit back there and shotgun formation, throw 40, 50 times a game and do dink and dunk. Because the Bills are going to tee off on Rodgers, and the guy's not going to last. You want to protect Rodgers. You want to keep him upright for the rest of the season. Start running the damn ball. Figure out your pass protection. If the Jets can run the football, excuse me, if the Jets can run the football and keep Josh Allen off the field and keep the defense fresh, they'll have a shot. If the run game is not going, doesn't work, they abandon it, they don't try it, and all they're doing is what they've been doing against Denver and Minnesota, having Rodgers line up in the shotgun formation, empty backfield. That's not going to work, and Buffalo knows what's coming. So the turnover with the play calling, the turnover at head coach, we better see something different on that side of the ball. Otherwise, what was the point? I mean, heads are going to roll, and trust me, I will be one of the many MetLife fans that are going to boo the hell out of the team if we see some of the same garbage that we've been seeing. Miscommunication, penalties, lack of pass protection, lack of awareness, drop passes, ill-advised throws, which Aaron Rodgers wasn't known for that, but he's a Jet now. But enough is enough. It's Monday Night Football. Despite all the turmoil, despite all the typical Jet garbage we've seen the last couple of weeks, one win, and they're in first place in the AFC East in a very, very mediocre division and an overall very mediocre conference this year. That's been our one saving grace. So if you run the ball and you protect Rodgers and you don't make him throw 40 to 50 times a game, shotgun empty backfield, where everybody knows what's coming, you have a shot. The key is run the ball, tire up Buffalo's defense, keep Josh Allen on the sideline, keep our defense fresh. Maybe Rodgers throws 20 to 25 times a game. And like I said, keep him upright. If that happens, like I said, the Jets will have a shot to win this game. If they do the play, if they call the plays they should, and the defense and the overall team shows up inspired with a kick in the ass, I think the Jets can win this game 24-20. If it's more of the same garbage and the message isn't getting through and Todd Downing sucks just like Hackett, the Bills are going to run away with it, and it's going to be Bills 27-13. And that's being generous. So, my hunch is saying, I know and after we lost to the Vikings and even to the Broncos, I assumed this was going to be a loss, and it very well still could be, because it's these division games, they're always so tough because both teams know each other so well and both teams know what important game it is. Right now, I'm going to be biased, and I'm going to say I think the Jets squeak this one out. I'm going to say 24-20 Jets. But like I said, if it comes down to it, the next day when I do my recap, and if we lose, it'll be the key points I figured out. I mean, like I said, they got to run the ball, they got to protect Rodgers, and they got to minimize Josh Allen being on the field. If that happens, they got a shot. If it's more of the same garbage, constant 3-and-outs, constant pressure, constant miscommunication, turn the ball over, Buffalo's got this. So we'll see. We'll see if Albrecht, Downing, the change or the shakeup in the coaching staff makes any difference, because the Jets do have talent, and they can't keep looking like garbage like the way they've been the last couple of weeks. See what happens.